Good evening, high school sports fans, and welcome again to another edition of the Big Time Sports. I'm the mellow tones of Charlie Jones, and tonight in the house, we are going to be talking Dover Tornado football. I've got a couple of those tough Tornadoes in the house tonight, along with first-year head coach Matt Reese. So stay tuned because we are going to be talking Dover Tornado football. Another busy week, as it is most of the time at Big Time Sports. Got 5 of them coming at you this week. We're going to start off with a volleyball game, a high school volleyball game between the Dover Tornadoes and the new Philadelphia Quakers. That one is at Dover, and you can watch that replay Tuesday night at 10 and again Wednesday at 4. That's the new Philly Quakers and the Dover Tornadoes in high school volleyball. Then Friday night, we're going to go to Woody Hayes Stadium in New Philadelphia for a high school football game. It'll be the Quakers hosting the Ashland Arrows. You can watch it on the replay on the Big Time Sports TV network Friday at 11 and again Saturday afternoon at 2. Number 3, also Friday night, we're going to go north to Greene High School. Now, we were just there a couple weeks ago when Greene and Indian Valley battled it out in the first game of the season. Indian Valley, of course, came out the winner, but the Greene Bulldogs gave Indian Valley everything they wanted. So Friday night, you can watch the Greene Bulldogs take on the North Canton Hoover Vikings. That one's Friday night at 11 and Saturday afternoon at 2. Then we're going to end the week. We're going to go down to the Dover Middle School where the soccer field is. We are going to try our hand at high school soccer. So be sure you watch this one. This is the Dover Tornadoes against the Louisville Leopards. Those Leopards are pretty good. They're coming to town to Dover Middle School, and the Big Time Sports crew, we are going to be there. It's high school soccer Saturday night. It's the Dover Tornadoes against the Louisville Leopards. You can watch that one Saturday night at 11 and again Sunday afternoon at 1. So there you have it. That's our menu for this week. That's 5 big games. And don't forget, I want you to check out our weekly podcast show. It's called The Dogs. For you people who are Browns fans, you know that they're looking for a kicker. Now, how can this guy get paid $1.3 million and miss not 1 but 2 winning kicks against that game yesterday? Wow, I'm going to tell you what, watch and see what the Dogs have to say at the DAWGS. It's our Dogs podcast on our website. And also, you can watch Big Time Sports Today podcast. That's our buddy Percy Garner. Percy is our host for Big Time Sports Today. It's a weekly podcast, and don't you miss it. So that's what's happening at Big Time Sports. Going to take a quick break. When we come back, Coach Matt Reese is sitting right here with the old mellow tones. We'll be back with the Dover Tornadoes football guys after you watch this from Ferris Chevrolet Toyota.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Ferris Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
Hey, wake up! New drinks just dropped at Wendy's. Cold foam, cold brew coffee, and sparkling energy. Need a treat first thing or to just stop yawning already? Either way, mornings hit different. To pick up a new pick-me-up, gotta be Wendy's.
We are back to the Big Time Sports Show, and tonight, as we promised, we've got the Dover Tornado football guys in the house. With me now on this segment, head coach Matt Reese. And Coach, welcome to the Big Time Sports Show.
Oh, thanks for having us over, Charlie.
Coach, let's get this out of the way first.
Sure.
First year head coach, okay, spent a couple years before that on the staff with Coach Ed. So tell us a little bit about where you're coming from and how you got there.
Yeah, actually, I played at Mount Union, played at Dover, and then, when I graduated, I had no intention of being a coach or a teacher. I was an accountant for 7 years and coached youth football. That's what I got asked to coach youth football, and so I did that for about 7 years. And Coach Ifft reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in helping coach varsity football, and so I'd already thought about going back, get my education degree, and becoming a teacher, and so. With the blessing of my wife, we ended up working that out, and I started coaching varsity football in 2015, and worked with the O-line, worked with running backs, linebackers, and then was a defensive coordinator, and then just got to the point. Yeah, here I am.
Hey, so no more debits and credits. No longer do you have to worry about operating cash flow, right?
Well, I teach business now, so I teach accounting, so I still get to do some of that stuff. But
Smoochie, my wife, asked me this afternoon, well, what does Coach Reese teach at Dover? And I said,
there it is.
I don't know. I'll have to find out.
Yeah, there.
Thank you for
absolutely.
Okay. Hey, so you've been through week 3 now of high school football. Where are they on a scale of 1 to 10? Where do you put them?
As far as our team?
Yeah, your team.
Yeah, we're growing, and that's what we've preached every day, every week. We need to grow on a daily basis. We can't just look weekly. We have to grow daily. And so, obviously, last week I felt we took a step back. We digressed, and I think our players would agree that we took a step back. But we showed growth from our scrimmages into week 1 and week 1 into week 2. And so, taking the loss that we took last Friday. Taking that and learning from it and looking to grow, had a good practice tonight. And so, again, hopefully day by day we see growth.
Okay, so right now you're sitting at 1-1 on the season. No.
1-2.
1-2 on the season.
1-2.
You got Academy coming in now Friday night. So, Coach, if you had one extra day of practice to prepare for Academy, what would your clipboard say?
As far as, looking offensively, defensively, and special teams, if we had an extra day on the clipboard, just making sure that, we're turning over every stone that we can think of, and making sure that we have enough checks and adjustments and things like that we can go to. And that's one thing that I felt that I didn't do a good enough job of on Friday night, having some of those. And so that's what I spent a lot of the weekend doing, is going through and making sure I had more checks and adjustments to get us in certain things in certain situations.
You got, how many kids you got on your roster?
48.
48 kids on the roster. How many of them come in with a SR period beside their name? How many seniors do you have
18.
on the team? 18 seniors.
Yep.
First year head coach, Matt Reese, you really look forward to working with these seniors, don't you?
Absolutely.
How can seniors help a first-year head coach with the rest of the team?
Well, and I think any head coach would say, the leadership. And so they've been a part of the program. I would say all of our seniors have been a part of the program for multiple years. And so, the nice thing with taking over the program when I had been coaching here is the continuity. And so there's a lot of understanding of the traditions that go into the Dover football program. There's a lot of understanding of, how I coach. And so taking that and helping lead the younger classes, because, as we go along, those eventually are going to be the seniors.
Sure,
so,
absolutely.
So having 18 seniors from a leadership standpoint certainly helps.
So you got the text or the phone call that says, "Hey, congratulations, Coach. You're our new head coach." Now, what are you thinking? What's your knee-jerk reaction to that announcement?
As far as when I actually came to my classroom, it was came to my classroom and said, "Yeah,
wow." So did the class give you a standing
No, well,
ovation?
we actually just went up to the office. Hey, we have to have a conversation, and so there was that feeling of excitement, and I had been working, running the weight room at the time. And so, like I remember when we came in, it was officially announced on a Monday at a board meeting. That Tuesday morning, Tim McCrate came in and officially announced this to our team. And I said, you understand my expectations, let's get back to work. So, that was the biggest thing as far as, taking over is, okay, what do we need to do to continue to grow and continue to move forward?
Okay, so you're taking over a storied program, okay?
Yeah.
Any changes? I mean, what does first-year head coach Matt Reese do as far as, a staff or how we practice? Any changes that
from a
you implemented?
from a staffing standpoint, I'm excited that we have 6 guys on staff that played for Coach Ift, and we have 10 total on staff. So of the 10, we have 6 that played for Coach Ift. So, we go back into the 90s and early 2000s. And so having that understanding and we, again, wanting that continuity of, how Coach Ift coached us and bringing that along. And then the other 4 that are on staff have coached with Coach Ift. Sure. So, there's a lot of continuity there. And so that's exciting for me is to be able to have that and continue to use that to move forward.
All right, Coach, I got to stop you there. We
Sure.
got to take a break.
Yeah.
So stay right there with those mellow tones. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more Dover Tornado football. We'll be back after you watch this from Brian Mast's favorite automotive dealer. It's Ferris Chevrolet Toyota.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Ferris Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Ferris Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
We are back to the Big Time Sports Show, and as you already know, we've got the Dover Tornadoes in the house. That last segment, Coach Matt Reese and I talking about the landscape over at the Tornado Camp. This time around, again, Coach Reese and I are going to talk Tornado football. Coach, we mentioned in that first segment, you've got Columbus Academy coming to town. Now, what does your scouts say about this academy team?
They're a very well-coached team. They're athletic. They have 2 Big Ten recruits, that play on both sides of the ball for them. They have an offensive, defensive lineman that has an offer from Ohio State, and they've got a skill player that plays both offense and defense that I believe is committed to Northwestern. So they do. They have a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed, and again, when we look at them, they're well coached. They're versatile in what they do. So. Can
you match up? How do you match up with
Sure.
them? You're talking about they've got speed. Are you talking about turn the corner speed?
They can. They certainly can.
Okay.
They can get the corner on us. But when we go back, and like I said, when I look at the Maple Heights game, we played Maple Heights. They had a lot of speed, and one thing that really helped us defensively was we had a lot of guys running to the ball. And that's been a point of emphasis in practice. Is from a defensive standpoint, make sure everyone's to the ball, everyone's to the ball, everyone's to the ball. And then offensively, again, they're going to have some speed out there, and it's just a matter of finding the right matchups. When we can. So.
Can you get pressure now? Do you find through the first 3 weeks that you're getting pressure from off the corners?
We can. We've made some adjustments to allow us to do that in certain situations and things like that. And we doing some substitutions and things like that. But we do have the capability to do it. But football's kind of a chess game. It's your X's versus my
Right,
O's. So
absolutely.
it's a guessing game at times. So it's a part of the beauty of the scheme. But no, we have that ability if we need it.
All right, so if I'm scouting Dover, what does my scouting report say about the Tornadoes? Let's talk first about your offense. Right? What do you run typically on offense?
You could classify us as an air raid offense or a spread offense. And as far as what we do, we're fairly balanced. We're able to throw the ball. We're able to run the ball. We're able to hit screens. That's all in the playbook, and just a matter of execution. That's the biggest thing, is being able to execute those and execute them consistently. Defensively, we're a 4-2-5. That's what I played in college. That's what I'm used to. So we're a 4-2-5 defense, and then we are able to, at times, if we need to, we can back a defensive lineman off the ball. We did that against Maple Heights a little bit. So there are some different things we can do. Again, we look for versatility and look for balance, and that was one thing. I heard Larry Karras at Mount Union. Having balance, not only in life, but it equates to football as well.
That sounds like Coach Karras.
Yeah, absolutely.
The big time sports guys, we spend some time up on campus. We do everything up at Mount Union except your favorite sport.
Yeah.
Football. They won't let us because of league affiliations. Won't let us do football, but we are up there a lot. So, and we've been into Karras Stadium a lot. So
yeah, it's a beautiful campus, beautiful stadium.
It is a beautiful campus. I can't believe it. So, Coach, if somebody said to you, Coach, what do you look for in a high school football player? You're the coach. You're the guy that's got to manage this kid. You're the guy that's got to help him get better. What is the ideal football player in Matt Reese's mind?
First, and again, I take this from Coach Karras, and are they a good person? And we have great kids. We have great kids at Dover, so that's typically not a problem. But then, are you coachable? Sometimes it's in the heat of the moment, it gets frustrating in certain times. But are you coachable? Are you going to listen? Are you going to grow? And then the third thing I would say is, are you going to give consistent effort? And that's one thing, and I think in any high school football program, especially Division III high school football, do you give consistent effort? And that's something. Those three things are the three things that I say I'm looking for. I'm looking at a high school football player.
You said that you have good kids, and we know that, we believe that, and that's a segue into a thing called WOW. Have you got people in that stadium screaming for you and cheering for you? If I was these kids running out of that helmet, on the field, I'd have a goosebump from head to toe. That's how excited I'd be.
Yeah. It's a special place to play. I would bring friends home when I was in college, and they couldn't believe, we'd come home for the Dover Philly game, but they couldn't believe the stadium that we played in. They couldn't believe, and the student section and the band and the fans, and I can talk to our guys, I talk to our students. I look at it as a Dover football family. It's more than just a football program. It's all of us together.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned the band, because every once in a while I bump into the band director.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, how about giving the band a shot?" So I'm glad you brought that up.
Absolutely. I have a good relationship with Mr. Red. And I didn't mention the cheerleaders. I got to mention the cheerleaders.
Oh, that's right.
They're a part of that as well. So if I don't mention them, I'm in trouble.
That's right. Well, they were here, a 3 weeks ago, and we had a good time with them. And we'll see them again next time we get into Crater Stadium. Okay, so tell me this now. Where do you go from here? We've got about 45 seconds for that answer. Where do you go from here?
As far as a football standpoint?
Yeah, as far as football goes.
Well, and again, as we go into each day, analyzing the day before, and then as a coaching staff, as players looking to grow. That's where we go. And again, you hear me say growth over and over, but that's what we're looking for.
All right, Coach, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck Friday night against Columbus Academy, and we'll see you down the road on Big Time Sports Television, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right, so there you have it. First-year head coach Matt Reese of the Dover Tornadoes. Stay there, because when we come back, we are going to talk to two of those tough Tornadoes. We'll be back after you watch this from Jack Judkin's favorite automotive dealer. It's Ferris Chevrolet Toyota.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime we picked the best program.
I wanted something that I could learn a little bit more about what I was passionate about.
I wanted to learn a trade that would always be in demand.
Buckeye has so many opportunities for everyone.
You're here because you want to do what you came here to do.
This is the best choice that I've made. I just think it's set me up to be a better person.
Welcome back to the Big Time Sports Show. The Dover Tornadoes are at the head of the class tonight as we talk Dover football tonight on the Big Time Sports Show. With me on this final segment, let's go all the way down to the end of the table and let's say hello to quarterback senior Jack Judkins. And Jack, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right. Are you excited about being here?
Of course.
On a scale of 1 to 10, tell me.
11.
All right, I'll make sure you get a Big Time Sports t-shirt, okay? All right, and between Jack and I, another senior, this guy is a guy, he's on the line of scrimmage. He's in hand-to-hand combat every time the ball is snapped. This young man is Liam Mast, and Liam, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you.
Guys, Dover football, you're both seniors. You've been through a lot. You know the program. You know what you can do. You know what you can't do. Jack, how do you prepare for your final season of pulling that football jersey on? Kind of a bittersweet moment, isn't it?
I don't really think about it like that. Like, I think about it as, like, I'm playing, like, my sophomore year. And, like, of course I take it in, like, I know I'm running out of time, but, like, I play every snap like it's my last, so.
All right, and you love playing high school football for the Tornadoes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Liam, what about you? How do you prepare for your last season of high school football? You down at Myrtle Beach for a couple of weeks? You're going down to water slide at the Nearsville Park? How are you getting ready for your senior season?
I'm just trying to make the most of it, have fun.
Okay.
That's how football's supposed to be.
That's
Fun.
right. That's how life's supposed to be. You know, have as much fun as you can. So, Liam, at the end of the last season, you had an exit interview, I call it, with one of your coaches. Okay, and they said, Liam, in order for you, we need you to work on these things before next season comes. Take me inside that conversation.
Well, we had a meeting with Coach Reese, and it was just like, prepare for next year. And I was getting moved to running back and middle linebacker, so I knew I had to build up some strength, some toughness, and then definitely work on speed and quickness. So,
Mr. Judkins, you get a text, beep, your phone rings. You look at it, and it says, guess what? Coach Reese is our new head coach. Your knee-jerk reaction. What are you thinking?
Oh, I was all fired up for him. I was really excited for him. I was proud of him.
You guys spent a lot of time with Coach Reese, right, before this season. Mm-hmm. So it should be an easy saddle for you to ride, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, so Jack, tell me this.
We're comfortable with him.
I'm sorry?
We're comfortable with him.
Good, good. So tell me this. Give me your aha moment of high school football.
Last year in the playoffs when we played Tri-Valley and we came back, we were down 21-0, and Jamison Marlatt kicked the game-winning field goal.
Wow.
For us to win.
You'll never forget that, will you?
Never forget that.
I'm going to go now to the big guy between us, and Liam, same question. Give me something you'll never, ever forget about high school football.
Definitely the Granville playoff game, but specifically the blocked field goal that we took to the house.
All right, no, wait a minute. Okay, so can you do a little play-by-play on that for me? Refresh my memory.
So it's, what was it, 50, probably like a 50-yard field goal. And I knew the kicker was going to have to like take some time to get into it. So I told Caden Shy to be ready to scoop up a block. And ball snap, Dalen blocks it, Shy scoops it, and it's like backyard football from there.
Wow.
Build a wall.
Absolutely. Now, see, I'm listening to that. I think I'm listening to that on the radio, but I wasn't there in person, okay? But that's another thing you guys will never forget. Now, how do you help, okay? You heard Coach Reese and I talk about leadership, okay? Every good team has got seniors that can be counted on. Can Coach Reese count on you too? Jack?
Yes.
You're a senior. Tell me about senior leadership.
You gotta like convince the younger kids to like the sophomores and juniors to follow you, because like having the experience and stuff, it goes a long way. But if you don't have the right attitude, then they won't follow you.
Okay, I like that. I like that, Liam. I'm going to pose a question to you this way. So, Coach is trying to put in a new play, a new punch-in play. You know, he's putting it at the 2-yard line, and he's putting in a new play at the goal line. Okay, you got some sophomores standing back here, and you hear them running their mouth, goofing off, not paying attention. You're the senior. How do you get them in the right direction?
Probably yell at them, tell them to lock in, focus on what's going on, because one injury away and they might be in that position.
Wow,
so
that's right.
Don't want them to miss anything.
What's the best thing, Liam, about being a Dover Tornado football guy? You know, you could be playing baseball, you could be playing basketball, but you're a big, strong football guy. Why?
I like what football teaches. It's kind of equivalent to life. You can bring a lot of principles that you learn on the football field into your life, and it will drastically improve your life.
Wow, I like that. Jack, what do you think of that statement he just gave us? That was pretty good. Did he steal it from you?
He said some words I've never even heard before.
I know it. His vocabulary has risen to a new level tonight on the Big Time. Even I'm impressed with it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, so I always ask seniors this, okay? I'm an old guy. I'm 76 years old. I've been doing this TV show for, I don't know, 30 or 40 years now. You guys play high school football here, or basketball, baseball, then you move away. Then I lose track of you. I never get to see you again, okay? Tell me, Jack, what's your future plans? Where are you going to be when you graduate from Dover?
I plan on going to college. I'm not sure yet where I want to go to college, but I plan on going to college and teaching in the special ed department and coaching.
Okay, great.
And
Liam?
playing football. Yeah. Planning on playing football.
Playing football, good. Good luck to you. Liam?
Yeah, I plan on going to college. I want to play baseball, though. I want to major in physical therapy and become a physical therapist and a strength and conditioning coach.
All right, guys, it's time to close the door on the Big Time Sports Show. You guys are ready, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're fired up, right?
Fired
You
up,
can't
ready
wait,
to go.
can you? All right, guys, help old Mellow Tones out. Here we go. Keep your socks high.
And your powder dry.
And bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
This has been